Bhuvan, you talked about another challenge that Netaji had, which is much more personal. It was the challenge of love, longing, and loss. And you know what I'm talking about in his personal life. And that's again a part of his life that has not been adequately expressed, right? About what he personally sacrificed. Everyone needs support, everyone needs that personal touch. And he, after having fought everyone to find that personal touch, had to give it all up. Right? Was that a revelation for you when you discovered this?
Actually, Shashank, you have to look at two things. One is the way India is constructed as a nation. In our country, unlike Western civilization, sacrifice is a big deal. What we give up is considered the right thing to do. It's appreciated by society. In the West, what you accumulate is appreciated by society. Here we have a man who is from a tightly knit Bengali family out of Cuttack in Kolkata, who gives up everything for the sake of the nation, has to live like a beggar in a jail in Sioni, in Lucknow, in Almora, in Mandalay, and then in Europe, when he finally has some semblance of family life and a small baby, he has to give that up all over again. He was a one-man idea, and that idea was freedom of India, and nothing could move him from that. From the moment he took on this job of getting India rid of the British Empire, to the moment that happened, that was the only thing running in his mind. And the British knew this. You see, to appreciate Netaji, you have to actually come out of Kolkata, come out of Bombay, come out of Delhi, and go overseas and understand who this man was. And why was he doing what he was doing? When I went to Singapore, Germany, and England and read through their archives, and even went to California to see what was happening in the Ghadar party, I understood Netaji better. He had the exact solution for getting rid of European imperialism in this country. The British knew if they lost India, either in the Battle of Koyama and Imphal or later through the mutiny, the empire would end. And nobody wanted to lose the empire. And our pacifist journey as a nation, in which we fool ourselves continuously that we are a pacifist nation, came up for trial on the night of 17 December 1961. And what did we do? A small enclave in India of Portuguese who had come here 400 years plus and ruled over us in a small district in Goa. How did we send them off? We never went on hunger strikes. We never led any marches. We sent in the army because that's the solution to this problem. Subhash Bose understood from Indian spirituality, from Indian history, from the study of India, that you have to be a pacifist, a nice guy, a non-violent person in your normal life. But that can't be statecraft. That can't be statecraft. That can't be a solution to a military problem. A military problem requires a military solution. And that's what he did. I'll just try to say one thing because it struck me. When I was researching this book, randomly I was in France, and I was at an event in which the room was full of film financiers. And we were made to sit next to anybody we wanted to. We didn't know who it was. So me and my brother, we got to sit next to a German couple. I didn't know them. They didn't know me. And this German couple was sitting across from us, and I started talking to them. And just like polite talk, have you ever been to India? So the gentleman said, no, I've never been to India, but my father has been to India. So I asked him, when did your father come to India? He said he was in India in 1943 to 1945. That was the period of Second World War. So I immediately asked him, were you in Dehradun? was he in Dehradun? He said, yes, my father was in Dehradun. I said, was he in the Pantnagar internment camp? He said, yes, he was in the Pantnagar. How do you know this? I said, was your father the man who escaped? He said, yes, my father was the man who escaped. Actually, there are so many stories from that period that we have just not been told. It's fascinating. I was talking to Harro von Haaf, the biggest film financier in Germany. His father, Heinz von Haaf, was the man who escaped from Pantnagar concentration camp set up by the British for interning all the German nationals, including Franz Osten, the big filmmaker who was working in Bombay talkies. And he escaped all the way to Kolkata and crossed over from Chittagong into Burma. And he was confronted with the Japanese army. And the Japanese Secret Service could not believe that he's not British spy. And he kept saying, I'm German, I'm German. Till the day he was brought in front of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And he said, yes, this guy is German. So Harro von Haaf has a picture of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in his living room in his house, even now. And there are several such stories throughout Southeast Asia of people who live, even now, respecting this man, this Indian. You go to Japan, the only two people, actually three people, the Japanese respect. One is Rabindranath Tagore, of course. The other is Radha Binod Paul, the man who acquitted the Japanese leadership in the war tribunal. The only Indian and the only person. There's a statue for him. And the third person is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. The Japanese have huge respect for him. General Sahib has written a book, The Indian Samurai. That's how the Japanese saw him. A frontline leader, a man who was willing to risk his own life for everything. Such a rare person when he disappeared from our lives was just 48. Of what Subhash Chandra Bose stood for. Unity, faith and sacrifice. The three basic ideas which Bose brought are not connected to us. Discipline in life, discipline in professional careers, we don't see a lot of that. We have a lot of things to learn from what he did. Let's look at it that way. And appreciate the fact that even now, even though we are in 21st century, 2017, there is something more than getting that increment at the end of the year. There is something more than buying that car or owning a penthouse. This is this country. Where is it going? What are we doing about it? What is our role? Aren't we Indians? When we feel proud of our heritage, of our freedom struggle, we should feel proud of modern day India. In all respects. We should make it the land of our dreams. That's what Bose would have wanted.